Yes, and welcome to a sunny afternoon here at Newcastle International Hockey Centre for the grand final in the Women's Premier League. You can see both teams on the field at the moment. The Regals side in their white shirts and yellow trimming, and the traditional red and black of South Newcastle. South Newcastle made their way in last week, defeating University, while Regals, the defending and minor premiers, they found themselves today red-hot favourites. Joining alongside of me for the journey is none other than former New South Wales Arrows player. She also has coached as high as in the Australian hierarchy. And good afternoon, Jen Baxter.
Good afternoon, Silas. It's great to be here today.
Yeah, it's one of these days, isn't it, when you kind of, as a former player, you think, gee, I wish I was out there.
Yeah, I do. I wish the body would hold up to that sort of a thing, though. Not anymore for me.
Last week, though, for the mighty Port Stephens Hornets, you got a grand final victory.
We did. That was quite exciting, actually. Yeah, not quite the standard of these girls today. But, yeah, no, it was good fun to have a run up there in Maitland.
And so you can see the teams out there to begin with. South Newcastle. I'll just go through the playing numbers from top to bottom. Goalkeeper will be Jasmine Etheridge. Jo Anson-Smith. Michaela Fulmer. In the number 8 will be Yasmin Skeen. Grace Jameson. Georgia Sargent. Number 27 and captain today is Tori Taylor. Number 37, Tiana Pittman. Kiani Abel. Maddie Webster. Shay Harrison. Mariah Williams won't be playing for South. Caitlin Duck and Alex Curran and Ellen Webb. Whilst for Regals, it looks like this. Mel Greer, Caitlin Logan, Kate Cook, Estelle Hughes, Jo Springthorpe, Cindy Peaty, Janine Watson, Tina Walker, Abby Morris, Tracy Preston, whilst Holly Wheeler, Abby Dowdell, Kate Gaggan and Sophie Robinson. The backup keeper will be Libby Marshall. What are you looking at the south side so far? They're very youthful, Jen.
They are. They definitely have a youth age advantage, I suppose, over the Regals side, although the Regals side definitely have a lot more experience, especially at this level, than the South. The South girls are all very keen and ready to go, I can see, set up there. Had a good vigorous warm-up, so they're all keen, ready to go.
Match day sponsor Waco Quickform. All your scaffolding needs at wacoquickform.com.au. And they're off here, Regals. You can see a nice sort of flat lineup going through, and it's a bell. Not such a good pass. Coming inside, winning the free hit. Play on, says the referee. Stick check. Still with Regals. And nicely played. Well done there, Abel. Playing the centre of midfield today for Mariah Williams. Controversially left out today because had to let herself heal for the upcoming AHL. And Alyssa...
Obstruction.
The Regals girls couldn't play today, which is unfortunate for her. So on halfway,
bring it back, please. Halfway,
makes her way out to the left-hand sideline. So far, Jen, I guess Regals have dominated possession.
They have. They've definitely held onto the ball a little bit better so far in those first few seconds than South have. Maybe a bit of nerves are taking part there for the South girls.
Thank you.
So Regals have played or won in 8 of the last 10 grand finals. They're a dominant force within the women's competition, have been for quite a number of years, as you can see there. South, Newcastle, sort of a recently formed club in the Premier League. They're yet to win a major title. Could this be their day? Here's an opportunity, great little play. They had a player nice and forward in Ellen Webb, ignored. Play on, Caitlin Duck. They go outside to Michaela Fulmer, who wins the free hit.
A couple of heavy stick checks there pulled up early on, so the refs are getting on top of that nice and early in the game.
On halfway, on 25.
Hold that 5, please.
Can take it yourself, one of the new rules that came in a couple of years ago. Nicely down out, playing on the right-hand side there, Fulmer. Wins the free hit. Jo Springthorpe, a little bit ahead.
5.
Australian
Step out, please, Regals. Out. That's fine there. Hold that 5, ladies. No bigger.
Match. Nicely Mel Greer there playing out.
Easy.
Stick check, so very important there for Regals to get something out of this. Continue their domination. Tracy Preston goes down.
No, back here. You just need to calm down, okay?
Bit of a heavy body clash there coming through. Not getting into a good tackling position there. South defender.
Regals, your ball. Just in the middle.
So the match day sponsor, Waco Quickform, for all your scaffolding needs. And I have to admit, I've called sport at a number of venues, and this position they've set us up for here in
Get
the
out,
Western
stay out,
field.
you're right.
At Newcastle International Hockey Centre is amazing. Great tackle there, Michaela Former, and a brilliant pass to boot, but the next ball
Play on,
for
play
Rebel,
on.
not good. Coming inside, Greer. Looking up outside to the number 13 in Tracy Preston,
Step
but the
out,
ball
step
goes
out,
over the
Regals, that's
sideline.
fine.
You can see the crowd starting to build up on the hill. The men's second grade side on the other field here, and we'll have the men's Premier League after this match. Caitlin Logan, nice little play. Out wide to Estelle Hughes. She goes down the line. Robertson. Oh, great play, Sophie Robertson. Free hit paid. See here she goes in. Has to be that 5 yards back. Here's Estelle Hughes. So can Regals build something out of their possession here? Goes to the back line. Free hit paid again. Played on. Referee's happy with that. Goes inside. Penalty corner. First penalty corner of the match, and it goes to Regals. And that was some nice play. Little lead up there, Jen.
It was a really good quick free hit there. I think that was the advantage that Regals got out of that one, was to take that free hit quickly and catch the defenders out.
And so over the ball will be Cindy Peaty, trapping Estelle Hughes. And it looks like it'll be Caitlin Logan. It'll be looks like a hit. No, it goes out wide to Cook. What are they coming up here? Set play. Inside. Cook still going. Opportunity. Ball's in the back of the net, and there it is. The first goal underway here in the Women's Premier League. And it's number 31, Sophie Robinson, who found herself at the back post, just tapping that one in. And Regals lead it 1-0 after 4.5 minutes.
Regals have obviously done their homework on where the South defenders are going to be running out, because that was definitely quite a large variation on that penalty corner. Going out, didn't come to the battery at all. Went straight out to Kate Cook, who put the ball in nicely.
And so Regals up 1-0 here. Exactly the kind of start that you want inside the first 5, going up 1-0. You get a sense if they find their mojo here, they could put 2 or 3 goals up with the amount of possession they've had. And obviously South really missing Mariah Williams in the centre of midfield.
Absolutely. It's a real disappointment, actually, that we're not getting to see her out here today. And I think a lack of
an opportunity inside the circle, turning on the ball. Oh, great defence at the back. Brilliant stuff. It looks like it was Ellen Webb. And there was a clear opportunity there to Tracy Preston inside there, Jen. And she probably should have done better from there.
That's right, yeah. So you've got to make the most of those sort of chances in a grand final. But hopefully they'll create some more.
Free hit to Hughes for Regals. Oh, nice right to left drag. Black stick is still alive. Oh, and a shot there by Tracy Preston goes wide, but plenty of possession inside that goal mouth.
Well, Tracy's at least getting herself there in a good position to be able to get some deflection shots on goal and presenting there as a target, which is great for Regals.
Oh, they're in trouble here, South. Ball's going over the sideline. Scott New, who'll look to make some substitutions. The South coach inside Robinson, the goal scorer, goes to the back line. She'll win a short corner, and there it is. And again, Tracy Preston was waiting for it out there, and she might have had a nice shot if it was the advantage, but the second corner of the match going to Regals.
Yes, just touched it off the foot there of a South defender, so a bit of a simple corner to give away there. South defenders need to get down a lot lower and protect their feet when they're in the defensive circle.
And referee Prue Garvin saying, come on, let's get things going here. And referee Steve Miner, he's mic'd up today. You might hear him. They go short once again. Looking up, looking for options. Back post into the centre. Back stick shot there by Kate Cook. Goes well and truly wide. It was ambitious at best. But Regals continue to put pressure on South. And again, another variation of the short corner we're not used to.
Yes, that's exactly right. We haven't seen it go out to the battery at all yet. Kate probably had a lot more time to get the ball around on a 4-stick and have a more quality shot there, I think.
Tracy Preston's moved to the right. You'll see a lot of movement. Robinson in the centre. With a way back in the day, you never shifted position during a match.
No, that's exactly right. You used to be put in your position and you stayed there for most of the match. We see rolling subs happen a lot more now, and people rotating positions and on and off the field a lot faster.
Nice,
it's made the game faster.
There. Inside goes Greer, Mel Greer. Just got the long corner.
Both teams 5, hold that 5.
Or free hit from, I'm not even sure why they call it free hit from the sideline now.
Yes, I know. I think we still call it a long corner, but
yeah, it's a long corner.
Yes, I think it's become a corner now.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right.
Yes. Regals are setting up a high press here, not allowing the South defenders to transfer the ball around the back.
Nice little down the line. Here's an opportunity. Kate Luck just tries to go down the line for the lead, but it's tapped up nice and easy. Oh, possession given away. Kate Cook, well done. Not a good pass out of defence. Kiani O'Bell, nice little ball straight through. Jolliffe had to do well, and she did. Earning a free hit, went straight off the foot. But South's giving themselves an opportunity there.
Yeah, that was great. It was good to have that high defender in there. She obviously slipped in behind her defender, and the goalkeeper was onto it quickly though, and came out and put a lot of pressure on her straight away.
Nice little angle run by Caitlin Logan there. Tries to go inside, but the foot of the defender of the ball got in the way. Nice little ball to Springthorpe there. Straight outside Skeen, coming back on the inside. It's hit Abel's foot. Play on.
First foot.
Free hit given. Well, I thought she might have been allowed to run on there, and she thought so as well. The referee Minor not happy with that one there.
That's fine there.
Quite often you see these go back exactly where the free hit was taken from.
That's exactly right. I think Steve Minor, the umpire, was probably just waiting to check that the injured player was okay to play on.
They've tackled each other there and given away a free hit. Out to the left half. Wins a free hit there, does Grace Jamison. Another one of the young players for South out here today. As we noticed at the start, with bearing the colours on the cheek, as you do on grand final day. Georgia Sargent out there. Nice little play in inside. Ball not really to anyone of our own team. Here's Greer inside left. She's dominating at the moment. Looks forward. Nice tackle there by Michaela Fulmer. Just took a bit of the stick, so a free hit given. Goes to the back line, inside foot, penalty corner. That's the third penalty corner of the game here for Regals. They're currently leading at 1-0 inside the 11th minute. And will we see a traditional short corner here which goes out to the battery, Jen?
Yes, well, we certainly haven't seen any of the penalty corners yet that they were practicing in the warm-up. They've had a bit of a variation, although it looks a little bit more perhaps like they might have a normal sort of setup here. So it'll be interesting to see what they do this time.
Stell Hughes over the battery. Little flicking shot, goes down, well saved, cleared, still alive here. Great shot, beautiful save, Etheridge off a right foot. And well defended, went over the back line there by Alex Curran.
Hold that
so South doing well on that one. The hit comes in, it's a little bit high, takes a piece of Mel Greer's back stick and deemed to be dangerous, so a free hit given to South Newcastle.
Yes, it was much more stronger defence there on the penalty corner from South, which was great to see. They came out with a lot more purpose on that one. Regals doing a more traditional out to the battery corner that time.
Springthorpe. Nice little play, driven down the line by Michaela Fulmer, but the ball had crossed the sideline, so it'll be brought back in by Springthorpe from Regals. It continues, I guess when you look at it for South, it's they are such a young side, but that bodes well for the future.
Oh, absolutely. This is a great experience for these young girls to be able to play on grand final day. It's not often you get to play in front of a large crowd like this. So it's a great experience for these young players who'll definitely get more of a chance at this.
Giving it away, Greer. Here it is. Oh, beautiful. Well done there by Caitlin. And pushing the ball down. looking lively, is Wheeler. She looks up, tries to get through, tries to muscle the way through. Free hit given.
No more, mate. Too far
inside
behind,
the 25.
Tackle, okay?
She takes it herself. Up to the defence, goes to the back line. Nice little play here, will win a short corner. She pushes it inside, but Cindy Peaty just went off her stick a little bit heavy over the back line. So 16-yard hit will be brought back in, and it looks like Tori Taylor, the captain for South Newcastle.
Yes, good to see the South girls there down a lot lower in defence there and causing the Regals girls to turn the ball over.
Skane nicely down the line, looking up. The ball just a little bit too heavy there by Ellen Webb. And here goes Estelle Hughes. Looking forward, tries to beat a player twice. Free hit given. Very lucky to get away with that one.
Yes, I think probably given for the foot, although I think it was probably unfortunate the South girls slipped over at that stage.
Ball taken long. Oh, it's above the shoulder. Of course, at international level, that's okay, but not here at local level here in the Newcastle Women's Premier League. Grand final here. Regals in the white and yellow, South in the red and black. And going over the sideline, free a sideline hit, brought back in by Regals. Nice little ball down the line there. Holly Wheeler. Still alive, comes on the inside, it's heavy, and a free hit given away there to Alex Curran, who was deep in defence for South Newcastle.
Yes, South's got a lot more set in their defence there, I think, rather than the Regals weren't able to take a quick free hit on that occasion.
Taylor, captain. Inside, Keanu Bell gives up the ball. Peaty off her knees, well played. Holly Wheeler goes inside. Here's Peaty once again. First hit given a penalty corner, and that's the fourth penalty corner of the game. Absolute domination so far by Regals.
Absolutely. You can see the Regals girls have a lot more confidence and strength on the ball than the South girls at the moment. South girls tend to get the ball and look up and not quite sure what they're going to do with it next and panic a little bit. The Regals girls definitely seem to have a lot more structure at the moment and organisation in what they're doing.
Goes easily there. Has a shot at the near post. Great save off the line. Another shot saved. The ball's still out and it's Etheridge. But a number of opportunities there for shots, but well saved off the line. And South Newcastle thwarted an opportunity there by Regals.
That was a fantastic save on the line there by the postie.
Just touched out over the back line there by Curran. Today's match brought to you by Waco Quickie Form. For all your scaffolding needs, check them out, wacoquickform.com.au. Proudly donated all the scaffolding here today, which is brilliant. Shay Harrison drives it, goes straight to Cook. Continuing to go, here's an opportunity. Inside the circle, it's one-on-one with the keeper. Second defender comes across. Far post, oh! And the ball was alive.
16.
I think it was Caitlin Duck, but she couldn't get there. Maybe a dive would have got it in there.
Absolutely. These are the sorts of games and those sorts of opportunities where you need to be diving on your knees there. You don't get many chances, as South have seen so far in the game.
It was Yasmin Skeen there with the backstick cross. It's something we've seen in the last sort of 5 to 10 years. The confidence of players off their backstick has really grown, and it's become a big part of the game.
It's been a really exciting development in the game, I think, seeing players develop all those extra sort of skills and a lot more of the 3D skills that you see nowadays too, with players playing the ball in the air, especially with a lot more confidence and very skillful.
Putting themselves under immense amount of pressure. Regals, Janine Watson throws it out. Here's Greer. She's a very good looking player here, the way she just moves on the ball, almost floats along. Let's hear what the referee has to say.
Need to wait for the whistle to go back on, mate. So I'm going to blow it now. Just bring it back.
So a green card given. She'll be off for 2 minutes.
Yes, that's right. That's another good new development, I think, that's happened in the game the last few years.
I understand it's happened in the game the last couple of weeks as well, Jen. We'll go into that in a moment. Winning a grand final, you found yourself having a rest. Cindy Peaty comes on the inside. Will she get a backstick shot? Goes inside. And once again, it's Jasmine Etheridge, the keeper for South.
No advantage gain. Stick check back down there.
Free hit provided on halfway. So for all their domination, Regals, they're still only up 1-0.
Yes, I think South could take a little bit of confidence out of that. They've definitely played with a bit more confidence in the last 5 minutes, which is good to see. May end up being a closer match than it looked like it was going to be in that first 5 or 10 minutes.
Just on halfway, mate.
I think Coach Scott knew at the start of the game, said that, you know, especially without Mariah Williams, their centre midfielder, that they'll have to take every opportunity. And, comments in the paper basically saying we're giving up. Obviously playing a bit of ducks and drakes there.
Yes, I don't know that any team ever really comes into a grand final thinking they're not going to be able to win it.
Great play here, Mel Greer. She's not afraid to carry the ball beyond the 10 metre mark, which is good for a midfielder. Runs nice angles. Abby Dowdell over the ball. Goes back to Janine Watson, looks up. Driving ball inside the circle, takes a deflection and is a long corner to Regals. So for those familiar to hockey here in Newcastle, this is the Western Field. We have the women now and then the men's Hunter Coast Premier League, which will be between traditional rivals North and South. But in this match here, it's Regals up 1-0. Estelle Hughes goes to the back line. It's back on the inside. Is it dangerous? No, says the referee. Yes, it is. Prue Garvin. That was a good decision. Looks to take them on. She'll try to win the free hit from here. That's pretty much her only option there, Georgia Sargent.
Yes, it was a bit of a difficult ball there. I think Tori Taylor giving her left half there. It's a really tricky position of the field to be able to get out of.
Here's Cook. Goes to find Greer. Inside. Opportunity. Robertson. And once again, the keeper did well. Had to be there. Came out with presence. Greer. Nice little tackle there, putting her under a lot of pressure.
Hold that 5, girls. No closer.
So still 1-0 to Regals. Greer, the lead comes from Cook. She looks up, she's got players back, but goes inside. Can't find. Right hand side, opportunity, not taken.
Play on, play on.
They sort of just lost a little bit of their way here, Regals. Well, they've definitely come back to the field, if anything.
Yes, I think so. I think Regals seem to have taken their foot off the pedal a little bit the last 5 or 10 minutes.
It's that kind of complacency that could get South a goal, and then all of a sudden they get their tails
inside,
up, and it's really game on here.
Absolutely. Well, we saw a quick breakaway there from South only a few moments ago, and that's the type of thing that can be really dangerous for Regals, especially with this young, fast,
no closer, South. That
fit
5's perfect.
South side.
Thank you.
Greer.
Let's travel.
Front of the hill. Goes down. It's Preston. She can't get around the defenders. It's just knocked over the sideline there by Webster.
There are about 8 South defenders out there for only 3 Regals attackers at the moment, so be lucky if Regals are able to get the ball through that, I would say.
Skeen does well. Looks to get on the back stick. Nicely down. It comes to the right-hand side. Sargent. Logan, rather. Nice little play on the inside there by Fulmer. Looking for the 1-2 on the back stick. Oh, nice little play. It's Skeen. And it was a ball to the far post. And no one was there. So it'll be brought back into play by Regals at the northern end of the ground.
Yeah, South showing a little bit of their talents there, a few of their skills. Unfortunately not able to hold on to the ball for long enough though.
Oh, nice tackle. They're looking up. Plenty of defenders around. She comes to them, goes to duck, but she can't grab
16.
a hold of it before it goes over the back line. So again, brought in by Regals. They're starting to rotate their players through. Just down in front of us is Sophie Robinson, the scorer. In the 4.5 minute mark. Popped up at the far post and just a nice little easy tap in for Regals.
Yes, Regals had quite a few shots and opportunities there in the first few minutes, but they haven't created many at all in the last few minutes.
Here we go. Looking up, comes across, positioned there by Ellen Webb. She goes back, nicely played. They're driving forward. It's obviously a bit of a plan for them, trying to get it in the centre. We've seen a number of times. Oh, beautifully picked up there by a Bell. Oh, coming across in cover was Estelle Hughes. And she does well. Looking up, Cindy Petey's making a nice little lead. Almost goes through, but brilliantly picked up there by Tori Taylor.
She definitely has a nice cool head at the back there. Nice and calm.
It's off, play on!
Driving it in. Bit of a miss hit there, picked up by Curran.
Stay out, stay out, stay out!
Down the wing, it's with Duck. Nice little tackle. She'll win the free hit, get some advantage here. Preston. Nice little tackle, a little bit heavy. And the ball there just going a little bit too high. Hits the defender in Kate Gaggan there. And a free hit given. Oh, nicely played. Petey versus Tori Taylor. And Taylor just getting the better of her on that occasion.
Yeah, it was a good quick long ball there by Regals. Looking for that quick high strike and making a nice lead out wide. Wasn't able to hold on to it quite long enough.
So inside the 25.
That's fine to stand, that's fine.
South have got all but two defenders in there. The back line, Petey does well. Oh, a bit of advantage would have been handy for her. Petey again, nice little ball through. Oh, if that had gone through, the stick there of Preston on the right-hand side, they would have had another clear opportunity, and it would have been to Estelle Hughes. Coming out South.
Play on.
Looking to build the play. Turn around once again. Backstick hits the foot. Maybe a little bit too fancy then. Looking for a mistrap. Not well constructed by Regals. Inside comes Greer. Switch to the right-hand side. Windsor penalty corner. And they continue to notch up the penalty corners. And they lead it 1-0 here. With 9 minutes remaining in the first half of the Newcastle Women's Premier League Grand Final.
Yes, again, another quick free hit there by the Regals girls. They were able to get into the circle there quickly, and the South girls not down low enough and strong enough on the ball to protecting their feet, and another simple corner given away.
So the trapper is used. Looks like Greer for a hit. We've seen so many variations, as knows we don't know what's coming. Here we go, Greer, shot, goal! Nailed it in the bottom right-hand corner. And it's 2-0 down to the Regals. What a wonderful strike of the ball that was, Jen.
That was a beautiful strike. Not much you can do about those as a defender. That was a beautiful shot.
So we said they had to convert. And that's 2 penalty corners so far, which they put in the back of the net. A couple of bits sloppy, but the first one, South, not great defence, but that one there, impossible to stop.
Play on.
It's very rare, I guess, in the upper levels that you see the direct hit. It's now sort of these slinging, what we used to call a flick, but they're slinging pushes and all sorts of stuff, but beautifully shot there along the ground.
That's right, yeah, the drag flicks have become a really big part of the penalty corner game nowadays, but a beautiful, lovely straight shot there that the defenders had no chance of saving.
Yep, absolutely. Beat a postie as well.
Yes. Well, she was probably a little bit unsighted, I would say, probably by the first runner running out, or perhaps even the goalie coming across, but it came too quickly for her.
Inside, both teams 5. Inside, both teams 5.
So Sargent, just on the edge of the 25 in attack for South
Closer,
Newcastle.
please, Regals, hold that.
Looking down the line, nice little play. Opportunity, can they win a penalty corner at worst here?
16.
And no, the ball is over the back line. They're yet to get a penalty corner though, South.
They are, but that was a lot more positive play there from South. They seem to have a lot more numbers around the ball in attack there, so promising signs.
The 2 substitutes just came on for South in perfect position. There was Joe Springthorpe, one of them. 4 kids, Joe Springthorpe, still playing at the highest level.
She's
Duck
a
inside.
fantastic athlete.
Penalty corner given. The stick was slightly hooked. Abby Morris not happy with herself there and giving away the penalty corner, but it was a nice little left to right drag, just enough to draw the penalty corner.
Yeah, fantastic. Good quick play there by South. It'll be interesting to see what they're able to make of this penalty corner opportunity.
It looks like it's going to be over the shot is Caitlin Duck. They've got the double battery, and that's where it goes. Duck goes for the flick over the top. Keeper had it well covered, went about 2 yards over the top. But that's the first corner for South, and I'm sure they'll be looking forward to getting a few more.
That's right. Good positive signs there for South girls.
Majority of goals in hockey are scored in penalty corners or fast breaks. And here's a break. They don't have the numbers here, South, but if that ball had found its mark, should have been inside the circle, looking very, very promising.
South girls probably need to be a little more composed going into attack and not feeling like they need to score every single time they get the ball. They might just need to develop and build their attack a little bit more.
It's probably the difference of the team so far, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think Regals definitely have a lot more composure and seem to have a lot more purpose about what they're doing out on the field. That would be the experienced heads, I would imagine. A lot of these girls have played a lot of high-level matches or big-time matches like semis and grand finals.
And that's half-time here at the Newcastle International Hockey Centre as both Regals and South Newcastle find their way back to the dugouts for their coaches to have a little chat. For the Regals, it'll be Jane Gordon. She'll be a former New South Wales player. And Scott New, the coach of the over-35s women's Australian team, will be having a chat to their players. If we look at Jane Gordon, what would she be saying to her troops?
Oh, I think she would probably just be saying to those girls that when they've made those quick free hits, they've taken those quickly, they've caught the South defenders out a lot. I think they probably need to continue to work for those penalty corners because they've looked dangerous each time so far. And I think they just need to be a little more composed and transfer the ball around a little bit more, I think, when they're to just sort of spread those South defenders out, because we saw there a few times where the South defenders would really press across and there would be 7 or 8 of them all in one area of the field. So the Regals girls need to transfer around there.
And if you were coaching South, you've got now 5 minutes or less than that now to, inspire your team to a grand final victory. You're currently 2-0 down. Rick Charlesworth always said that the worst position you can be in is 2-0 down, because they score a goal, they've got their tails up and watch them come home. Yes,
absolutely. I think the South girls just need to throw everything at it now. They need to play with a lot more confidence. If I was Scott New, I'd be highlighting the fact that for their about 10 or 15 minute period there, they didn't let Regals create any opportunities. And when they break in attack, they're definitely much faster than the Regals defenders. So I think they just need to build their attack with a little more composure and a little bit more confidence and work together a bit more rather than trying to go one out. But they're definitely not out of it. They definitely have the skill and the speed to be able to get a couple of quick goals. So I definitely don't think it's all over. I think it's definitely a good tough match still ahead.
And for South Newcastle, at the start of the game, they were informed that Mariah Williams, their Australian representative midfielder, wouldn't be allowed to take part, with NSWIS ruling them out, with AHL coming up. What are your thoughts about that? You were a part of NSWIS. You know what it's like when you're a player and in the coaching system of New South Wales and the Australian teams. You know, it's a tough decision to make, but your personal thoughts?
Yeah, it is a really tough one. I think Mariah has just returned home. She had to return home from an international tour recently from Asia with an injury, and she's been plagued with injury for quite some time. I think she's had 3 knee surgeries in the last 12 months, and she's definitely got a long career ahead of her at the Australian level, and so I can understand the Australian and New South Wales sides really wanting to preserve her there, and I understand there's a possibility that she could even be selected for the upcoming Champions Trophy. So I certainly understand that. From a club perspective though, especially in a large country centre like this, you very much rely on those sort of players in your team, and so it's definitely a big letdown for the South girls to find out, I suppose, late in the process that they're not going to have Mariah, although I think they've actually played a large percentage of the season without Mariah and they've managed to get this far. So if I was Scott New, I'd be trying to highlight to them that, you know, they've been able to get this far without her being there, and she's definitely here on the sideline supporting them today and able to give them some words of encouragement. So yes, while it's disappointing, I think the big picture is that, you know, hockey is more than just one player, and especially in a team sport, you can't just rely on that one player all the time anyway. So it is a bit of a tough situation. I know Mariah's certainly very disappointed.
And we're about to get very wet here, Jen Baxter. She's my co-commentator today. I'm Silas Moss, so we might just hit a break and we'll be back for the second half in a couple of minutes. Cover up that mic. Oh, man. Jen, trying to get it. It's nice up here. If you want to come up, you can. How good's that? Oh, look at that six-pack.
Oh! Lucky it's your shirt, not mine.
You haven't been surfing, huh?
You wouldn't want that sight.
And here we have the second half in the Newcastle Women's Premier League. Regals leading 2-0, thanks to goals to Sophie Robinson and Mel Greer in the first half. And it's at the back now with South Newcastle. Nicely out in good position was Georgia Sargent. Goes down the line, can't find Ellen Webb.
Well, South are definitely very motivated to come out here. They were out on the field a lot earlier waiting for Regals to come out after half time, so they're definitely enthusiastic, not feeling down about being down 2-0.
Coach Jane Gordon, I saw her at half time extremely animated with her Regals side. She's a taskmaster and she's going to accept nothing but a victory today, and she doesn't want the girls getting too complacent. Inside, Dark, great defence and just finding space. Beautifully done by the Regals in defence. Our match day sponsor is Waco Quick Form. You ever need any scaffolding, get a hold of them. It's unbelievable quality. It's wacoscaffolding.com.au. Cindy Petey putting a lot of pressure there on Keanu Bell. It's the hit down the line there, trying to find a lead. Beautifully run across there. I thought it wasn't a great ball, but ended up being not too bad. Went through a stick there.
That's right. Yasmin Skeen saw it coming and made a huge lead across from the other side of the field. Only just missed it.
That's what you want. You want your left striker being, you know, moving around and at least in that position there, you know, dragging players around them as well. So in hockey, a lot of work's done off the ball.
Absolutely, and it's good to see. And Yasmin Skeen in particular has been doing a lot of that today.
So they have come out all fired up here. It's Michaela Fulmer to the sideline. Can she win a corner? She does. The referee, Prue Garvin, puts both arms and points them straight towards the goal. So that's a penalty corner. The second of the match for South Newcastle, and inside the first 3 minutes they'll have a chance to get their first goal in the match.
This is a really positive start here from South. They definitely look a lot more fired up in this half, coming out with a lot more confidence.
Well, 30 minutes in the second half. Plenty of goals can be scored. You get your tail up in the air. First battery to the right. Fulmer wins the penalty corner, but play on. She does get the advantage. So another penalty corner here for South Newcastle.
Yeah.
The ball coming out to the right there, trying to suck the defenders across, but that far left post for South is definitely wide open if they can get the ball across to there or have someone in on that far left post.
Still needs to be quicker.
Definitely an option for South to put one in there.
So on the trap is Alex Cullen. There's a double trap. Is Kiania Bell on the right-hand side. Skeen out. First trap. Nice little tackle. Does well, but Skeen's still alive with the ball. Comes inside. She'll need to win a penalty corner here. Goes to the top. Shot deflected up the goal. Long corner. Well, South Newcastle there in prime position here, Jen.
Absolutely. It's good to see a good, quick, strong shot on goal there, but well defended by Regals to get a stick to that and deflect it over the top of the goal. Yasmin Skeen's come chasing out after the ball quickly, so they've definitely got a lot of intent here.
Hold that 5, guys.
Oh, nice tackle. Looks like it's Mel Greer back there.
No advantage.
Player on the deck.
That's fine, just there, that's there, it's fine.
So players available in the centre there. Alex Curran, Kiani Webb will just make a nice little lead to the left. Draws space.
Play on, play on.
Dinks off to the right-hand side, available players. But Alex Curran, the young 16-year-old, got a good future ahead of her. Oh, beautifully trapped there by Skeen. Springthorpe does well. It's been a final match in the Premier League, Joe Springthorpe, just showing her composure there. Mel Greer. Inside left, oh, finds the centre midfield, beautiful play to Cook. Cook on the right-hand side, overlapping is Logan. Still with the ball, Regals, inside their half, heading towards the northern end of the western field. Giving the ball up. Oh, from behind, calls were there, but she ignored him. Free hit given, outside the 25.
Holly Wheeler with a nice steal there.
Inside, oh, beautifully done.
Both teams 5.
Just have to be careful here, South.
Stay inside the circle, guys. Stay inside the circle.
Say that the
travel.
match will be over. Commentator's curse, they call that, Jen.
They do. I think they'll be pleased you've put that on them, Silas.
Here's Cook, space, beautiful nut. Logan didn't read it early though. She made the lead, but she was probably about 1.5 meters off the pace.
That was definitely the play that was on though, to be able to transfer the ball back there through Cook in the centre. Just not read early enough, like you said, by Caitlin Logan out wide.
Expert comments today by Jen Baxter. Knee Cook, any relation out there?
No, actually, no. Unfortunately, not spelt the same way
I was
either.
Say different spelling,
yes.
but I'm sure you're from the same clan.
Yes, I'm sure.
Here we go, clear opportunity. Jamison looks up. Springthorpe does well. There's a lot to like about Jo Springthorpe's play. She really, her skill level hasn't dropped.
No, she's such a dedicated athlete.
16.
She just works really hard, particularly in her fitness. And she's just always solid at the back there.
Therapist, and I think she might have run a marathon this year.
Oh, absolutely. She's unbelievable.
Georgia Sargent there winning the free hit, went straight into the foot of Holly Wheeler. Oh,
Able to get the ball through the press there.
it was a great press. It was a risky ball, but it was brilliantly picked up. Harrison with a hit. It really was a hit that was going to no one.
Yeah, a bit slow to get that one away, I think. Not quite sure what she's going to do, I don't think, when she's got the ball.
She's gone again. Nice little play there by Keane. On the right half overlapping is Fulmer. They continue to try to go down the middle in that position there. They're going straight towards goal. Not using much width, but still continue to drive forward. Oh, she'll have to be careful there. That was Janine Watson. And she's absolutely, with accident, dropped one of her players to the deck.
Everybody go away,
Yes,
please.
she wasn't
Everybody's go
aware,
away,
I
go
don't
away.
think, of which way the
Janine.
umpires had pointed and tried to
Janine,
take a quick
sorry.
free hit, but the free hit was actually for South. And one of her defenders running back, having known which way it was meant to go, has been
So
caught,
South hit,
unfortunately.
Regals foot.
Hope
Yeah.
she's able to get up and keep going.
Now, you've played hockey
Mate,
at
before
high
that,
levels
Janine,
for a number of
that's
years.
all
You're a country girl. Now, can you tell me she didn't know
Estelle,
which
do
way
you
that
wanna
one was
go off?
going, or do you think she was just trying to get a little bit of experience, just get the ball over the sideline?
Yeah, possibly. Maybe she was just thinking it was actually meant to have the free hit, or was
Pardon?
thinking that she should have had the free hit and just took it anyway, perhaps. Although I like to think the best of people, and maybe think that she just didn't realise which way it was meant to go.
Yeah, I'd say so. Back in my
So
hometown
originally
in
actually
Bathurst,
hit
there's a
Estelle's
club
foot.
there, St.
Okay.
Pat's, and they used to always
when
do that.
crossed over.
I don't believe that they ever did that. I don't know what you're referring to there, Silas.
Jenny A. St. Pat's
South,
Junior,
let's go wait for the whistle, okay?
very successful club out there in the Central West.
Just played in the Men's Premier League Grand Final a couple of weeks ago as well.
I think they got beaten, didn't they, by
They
the
did.
Panthers? They'd won
They did
3
sadly by
years, maybe,
Panthers.
or a couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's tears down here on the sideline. It's unfortunate. Obviously played there by Cook. They're still alive though, South, and looking lively. Inside the circle, amongst sticks. But it goes out. Oh, brilliantly kept in the right-hand corner. And she continues to go forward, does Fulmer. Almost picking up a penalty corner. It's Greer who'll get the free hit.
Yeah, South's prepared, showing that they're prepared to chase everything. You definitely thought that ball was going to go out the sideline, but the South girls able to keep it in.
30-minute halves here, so 20 minutes left on the clock. Regals leading 2-0. Logan.
Looks like
Looks
they've
up.
pushed Caitlin Logan forward now. She looks like she might be playing a striker, where she was at right half there before.
Nice little play. Looks to go over the 25. Wins a free hit. A little bit louder whistle. Again, they go to drive it through. Not sure if that's some kind of tactic or just pressure. It's not a high-quality ball. Anyway, back here, it's Petey. She comes up. She's got 3 defenders coming, 4 and 5. What can she do? Cuts on the inside. There's a player at the far post. She goes to her. She'll have to turn around on the back stick, but oh, beautiful in defence. It was Georgia Sargent, and the first goal scorer, Sophie Robinson, just gives away the free hit there, but she wasn't far off having a nice little backstick shot.
That's right. It was well read by Sargent to be able to push forward there and be able to pick up that tackle.
Fulmer. Nice little interception there by Janine Watson. Here goes Fulmer again. She's got a player running forward. Jamison. Fulmer. What can she do? Cuts back on the inside. Mel Greer's foot. She's going to take Greer on again. Right to left drag, comes on the inside. Well refereed. Some might have given her a penalty corner there, but it's a long corner.
Yeah, Regals are going to have to be careful, I think, with some of their tackles at the moment. They're definitely trying to make some of those stopping, blocking tackles that are deliberately trying to shut down the defence, shut down the attack, sorry.
Alex Curran.
Play on, play on,
Play on, says the referee. No one knew what to do. And players are continuing on. Probably the way to go, Curran. She goes down the line trying to find Ellen Webb. It's a long corner. Took a deflection off a stick.
Regals definitely have the numbers in defence here at the moment, though, so I don't know how South are going to be able to create much here.
Under pressure, Tori Taylor. Tiana Pittman, in fact. I'm sure Tori would be happy to be mistaken for one of the young girls.
Absolutely. She runs around like she's one of the young girls anyway.
Yeah. She's playing a sweeping defender at the moment. Another defender there, Abby Morris, inside. Here's Fulmer. Fulmer goes in, took a foot, but it's outside the circle. So she'll have to bring that one back 5 yards. That's what the dotted lines are for. Any free hit given inside that area has to come out and has to travel 5 yards before it goes inside the circle. Takes another hit, foot. She goes straight at her, putting under pressure. She didn't go back, penalty corner, great decision. Mel Greer not happy with it, but it was a good decision.
Absolutely. It was good to see Keani able to take off there and make a quick free hit, take it herself and run into the circle and catch the Regals defenders out of position and knock back the 5. Good decision there by the umpire.
Umpires today, Prue Garvin and Stephen Miner, of very highest quality local umpires. And the men's are actually bringing in some of the big guns. Dave Jennels being one of them. 2 Olympic umpires. Bringing down here. Goes out, not a good one, but it's still alive here. Comes on the inside, scrapping. Play on, says the referee. Well done. The defence of Regals. And South Newcastle, it sort of popped out where they weren't expecting it to, but looked lively.
Yeah, absolutely. A good opportunity for them, giving them some confidence.
Kiani O'Bell probably didn't deserve that one, but goes forward anyway. Still alive, shot. And a player there was Ellen Webb. Just couldn't grab a hold of it inside the circle.
Yeah, again, it rushed it probably a little bit. They probably needed to just hold on to the ball there and create something.
Hey, hit your leg below the shin pad. It's a foot.
Joe Springthorpe. Goes out to the right. Inside Jamison. Jamison, Springthorpe, too good. Her pass, not crash hot though. And breaking down the play. Well, I thought a free hit might have been given. Holly Wheeler, pass there, not a decisive one. And the ball goes up, almost willingly putting that one over the sideline.
Yeah, I think just a relieving ball there. Just trying to regain a little bit of composure at the back here for Regals. Set up their press here again and hopefully turn the ball over again. South really need to try and transfer around that defence if they can.
Goes down the line. Unfortunately, I don't have a name for number 56.
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you out there, Silas, either.
It's a sideline hit. That's fine.
So a little bit of a lull in the game. With 15 to go, in Regals. You wouldn't think they'd be shutting it down, but at this stage they're starting to get a bit confident. As we said at half-time, not the best thing to do.
Get out, get out, get out, get out. Thank you, you're fine.
The way that Souths have sort of evened up the possession. So you wouldn't want them to switch off Coach Jane Gordon. You'll hear her start screaming if that
inside,
is the case.
Both
Absolutely,
teams
I'd be surprised if Regals did continue in that way. knowing what Jane might have to say.
Oh, a little bit too high.
Just inside, thanks Regals.
So just waiting for the ball to come back on. Plenty of substitutes being made.
Yeah, a few more subs on and off.
That's
So
fine,
Regals
thank you,
in attack
Regals.
here
Hold your
in
five,
the
South.
Newcastle Women's Premier
You're
League
good.
Grand Final. With Silas Moss and Jen Baxter. And at the moment it's 2-0 to the Regals. Of course, after this match, 3 p.m. on a separate link, you will find the men's Premier League, the Hunter Coast Premier League, as Newcastle and Central Coast. The Hunter Valley teams are all put together, and it's South versus North. So 2 Premier League Grand Finals here for the South Newcastle club.
Get 5 early,
very
5 early,
impressive
thank you.
indeed. Regals not having a senior club, probably more aligned to North through family members. Regals not having a women's team, and North's not having a girls team. Kate Gagan there not stealing the ball on the Bathurst girl. Sargent goes down the line. Fulmer, what can she do? Nice right to left drag. Beats Greer. Looking forward, probably had a better option. Gagan. Petey. And it just comes off Petey's stick there, goes over. So Georgia Taylor just about on halfway there, Jen.
Yeah, looking to transfer the ball there across to the other side of the field, but picks up a foot there off the Regals player. Still not a lot of numbers here for South. Looking for that high ball. Oh, good strong tackle there by Mel Greer. She's had a great game today.
Play on,
Taylor.
play on, hands on the
Thought it
stick,
might have
play
been off
on,
the
hands
foot,
on the
but
stick.
she's nice and calm. That's what you need. Ball goes cracking forward to Grace Jameson. In the centre. A lot of pressure being applied. You can sort of almost sense the South girls starting
roll it
to,
back,
I guess,
roll it back.
believe.
Yeah, just not able to hold onto the ball for long enough. But they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on those girls, especially at the back there. They're quick and they come in and steal the ball without Regals even realising that they're there, I think.
It's a blustery wind southeasterly coming across us. And but at 19 degrees, the weather today, it's almost perfect for a grand final.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's good for the players to be able to play on a day like today.
I think traditionally the Newcastle grand finals, you can get sort of mid to high 20s and makes it pretty tough physically.
It does, especially when it's a winter sport normally and you play through the winter and then all of a sudden you turn up for grand final day and it's pretty hot.
Nicely picked up at the back there, Johansson Smith.
Instruction first.
Does well. Goes again, going for that hit, but the press is too good.
Yeah, South's looking for the long ball there, but not on.
Watson, oh, nice little left to right drag inside the centre circle. Has a shot there. Does Holly Wheeler. Probably a little bit wide there, but it was a cracker along the ground, and it would have left Etheridge stranded there inside the post.
It was a beautiful left to right drag there to eliminate her player and get a good shot on goal there, but unfortunately no one on that left post to be able to tap it in for her.
That ball raised by Taylor hits Gagan, so that one's going to be a free hit given to Regals.
On the dots over here.
Inside the 25. 45-degree angle.
That's fine, thank you Regals. Hold that 5 please.
Today's match brought to you by Quick Form, Waco Quick Form Scaffolding. Check them out at wacoquickform.com.au for all your scaffolding needs. It's a massive shout out to everyone at Waco Quick Form for their assistance in providing scaffolding for the commentary position today.
It's definitely a great position to be able to watch the game from today.
Play on!
Now Mel Greer has played inside left for the majority of this match, and now she's at fullback. I guess it shows you her versatility, a utility role that she can play.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got such a good experience, calm head. You can see her giving instructions to all the players, and they obviously feel safe with her at the back there at the moment. She has worked really hard and played a great match so far. Been definitely one of Regals' best today.
And that's Hughes. The sticks coming together.
Probably lucky not to give away a card there.
Yeah, we've only seen one green card.
Fine, Regals, where you are.
Yeah, so far we have, yeah. So it's been a good, clean match, basically.
Cindy Petey. Goes to the back line, does well.
Off the knee.
On the knees there was Joanne Smith. Just clearing over the sideline, South Newcastle.
No closer.
8 minutes on the clock. Regals leading 2-0. The defending champions.
On the hand, play on, hands on stick, play on.
Continuing their domination of the competition. They've had the majority of the play throughout the match, but you'd have to say South Newcastle back into it.
Yes, I think that South were in it there for a little while, but Regals again have regained a little bit of composure here again the last few minutes.
Shot on the back stick. Great save by Etheridge, still alive here. Right stick shot goes into the body, I think. Will it be a penalty corner? No, it must have hit a stick. And on the breakaway, here goes South through Ellen Webb. It was a nice little drag on the inside there by Stell Hughes, rather. She had a back stick shot, she had a four-stick shot.
She well kept there by the goalkeeper.
Inside.
Was able to make a couple of good saves there.
Inside.
Now the switch is on.
Where you are now? Where you are now?
Can't pick it up on the camera, but the switch is on here for Regals. They can get it to left half to Abby Dowdell.
South ball.
She's left alone there. And they allow the ball to go over the sideline.
South have pushed a striker up really high, up into the circle now. They'll be looking for that long ball again.
Off the foot, off the foot.
On the 25, Regals looking for that third goal, which will give them the title. Gagan inside, comes in, stick check, no. She's going to win a penalty corner. At least play on, says the umpire. Player out there, she continues to go. Estelle wins the penalty corner. They probably could have had 3 or 4. That's brilliant play by Regals.
Georgia, come here. Come here.
And referee Minor.
No need for that, all right? Okay. Shit happens, it's all right.
Just having a bit of a chat to the South's defensive side. It looks like a few little words were exchanged with Stephen Minor by Georgia Sargent there.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. There could have been a few penalty corners there, but I think he allowed play to go on because the Regals were able to retain possession for a lot of it, hoping that they might get a shot, but
when you're ready, Regals.
They finally got a penalty corner.
So Greer, she scored one so far today. Here we go again, has a shot but nicely deflected from, I think it was Tori Taylor's off the first runner.
She did a great job getting out there much faster this time, getting a deflection on it. I think the push out was probably a little bit slow on that one for that penalty corner coming out from Regals.
Hold that 5.
So Cindy Petey with all her experience, she's looking to go forward, players back, but does well. Inside the circle, here they go. Just not enough strength on the ball, but it's still alive for Regals. Sort of amongst players, here we go, Petey on the deck. It's a penalty corner.
Over in the corner there, first foot.
She had strength there, but so did the South defenders. And we've got a South defender on the ground. It's Georgia Sargent, but another penalty corner for Regals.
Yeah, they just had numbers around the ball there. I think Tori Taylor did a good job of being able to defend there as well as she could, but she was definitely outnumbered in the end there.
So now we've got a new option. It's just amazing. They change it around a lot. Over the ball is Caitlin Logan. So you may find, on the left is Mel Good. You may find some kind of variation here. Trat, Logan, left-hand side, Greer, shot. It's gone too high. Now the referee's going to ask here if that has taken a deflection, whether it should be a goal, but it was at backboard height, it was going too high, I think.
Yeah, I think the original shot was probably going too high. It was deflected in by one of the South defenders, but I think the original shot was probably too high. higher than allowed on the first shot.
I guess the question they're asking here is, was it dangerous?
So South have got the ball here. Going to take a 16-yard hit. Not a lot of options on here. Tori Taylor does well to find a bit of space, but South are unable to connect on the other end of it. Regals have got the ball here for a sideline hit.
Over the sideline there, Avi Morris goes back on the inside to Greer. She looks up, she's got Logan overlapping. Logan's played well today. Left to right drag, brilliant, with speed, with pace. Oh, cuts back on and in on the inside, still alive, Estelle Hughes, backstick shot, goes wide.
That was a great attacking play there by Regals, transferred beautifully across the field there by Mel Greer. Caitlin Logan did a great job overlapping and showed beautiful skills out there. Unlucky not to finish with a goal there, Regals.
So with 2.5 minutes left on the clock, it's going to be a miracle here for South. Miracles can happen. But it's really going to have to be piled on in the next couple of plays from South. Backsticks inside, Gagan turns around. Great stuff by Etheridge, finding the foot of Gagan. But here's an opportunity. They've got 2 minutes left on the clock. They need to score now, South Newcastle. Caitlin Duck, she looks up. She's got over on the right-hand side, Webb. Beautifully defended.
Play on, play on, play on!
And down over the back line. So that there, with 2 minutes left on the clock, Regals are going to go back-to-back. The defending champions, continuing their domination. They continue to have players coming through their system. And even without Alyssa Ray, who had a broken hand today, unfortunately, she wasn't able to play. They're just too good for South Newcastle today, Jen.
Yeah, definitely. They've definitely shown that they've a lot more experienced and been a lot calmer and more organised in what they're doing on the field there today. Definitely deserve the win today.
For South Newcastle, I guess they'll take a fair bit out of this as well.
Oh yeah, I think they will take some confidence when they sit down and think about it. I think they'll realise that they're actually in the game for quite a long period of the time. And to make it to the grand final with this young side, they definitely got a good few years ahead of them, I'd say.
Obviously, without their Australian representative, Mariah Williams, I guess added responsibility to a number of players.
Yeah, that's right. I think, though, they may need to get used to not having her if she's going to be
that's right.
leading into some more Australian representative opportunities. So with Mariah Williams only being 19 herself, she's got a big career ahead of her with the Hockey Roos.
Now, just the clock in the top left-hand corner. It isn't the official clock, so there still may be time on the clock. Here we go, South Newcastle, far post. It pops up and they're in. 2-1. Brilliantly done. And have they got the belief to jag one in the next play they've got? Brilliantly tough, and I think it was Ellen Webb, who just found herself, and we saw Sophie Robinson score one there in the first half, and she's done it as well. It
was almost a replica, wasn't it, coming from the other, with the other team this time? This will create an interesting last couple of minutes. Oh well, not even that.
There it is. The grand final of the Newcastle Women's Premier League has been won once again by the defending and minor champions. It is the Regals Hockey Club.
2 minutes to go, no.
The 2-1 victory over South Newcastle here at the Newcastle International Hockey Centre.
Thank you.
So at the end of the game, it was Regals 2, South Newcastle 1. Jen Baxter, your thoughts there of the entire match?
Oh, it was an entertaining game. I think the Regals definitely were the better side there today. They showed that they haven't made it this far and been so dominant in the competition for no reason. They're definitely far more experienced and controlled with what they're doing. But South were definitely exciting to watch in patches, and as you saw there by that last goal, they definitely are able to create some exciting opportunities. So they'll be great to keep an eye on over the next few years. And it was a good close game in the end for a grand final, which is what you want.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot here, which is always great in the commentary position. Always interested to see who anyone would think was the player of the match. Number of players from both sides played exceedingly well, but is there anyone that stands out in your mind as sort of the most dominant player on the pitch?
Oh, I think, like I probably mentioned a couple of times through the game, Mel Greer was definitely very dominant and certainly won her position, I think, on the field. Tori Taylor was fantastic in a defeated team today. I think she was very calm and organised at the back there for her team. Jo Springthorpe, it's a shame that we're going to lose her to Premier League hockey, I think, because even though she's decided she's not going to play that anymore, she did a great job there. It was a good overall performance there, I think, by the Regals girls. But yeah, I would probably pick Mel Greer, I suppose, as my pick for today.
Yeah, I thought she was quite dominant out there. As you can see there, the Regals girls quite happy with their victory. And Jo Springthorpe in the yellow headband there, she'll be bowing out. A Premier once again. And there's the South Newcastle side with Scott New and a few of the girls having a bit of a chat. There'll be some disappointment. But there's also a lot to take out of that one for the future. Yeah,
absolutely, and you can see that they're all there in a nice tight huddle, so they're a good, strong, compact team, and I think they'll come forward together in the next few years, which will be great. Jane Nixon looks a lot more relaxed now than she was at half-time, Silas.
Absolutely, absolutely. So finishing things up here on the matchday sponsors Waco Quick Form for all your scaffolding needs. In the Women's Premier League, in the grand final, it was Regals 2, South Newcastle 1. And if you'd like to stick around, you have to switch over to another channel. It will be below you on YouTube for the Men's Premier League. That will be kicking off inside the next half an hour at 3 p.m. On behalf of Jen Baxter, myself, Silas Moss, everyone at Bar TV, it's been a pleasure to be with you. And you can watch the replay whenever you want through this channel.